They were really seminal in describing this model of Parkinson's that really has been the gold standard in translational research over 40 years nearly. This is really the model that has enabled us to understand the circuitry of the basal ganglia, understanding the role of the subthalamic nucleus, that the subthalamic nucleus is overactive in Parkinson's, and so then led on to surgical lesioning and then ultimately deep brain stimulation being one of the most effective treatments that we have now for treating Parkinson's disease. It's also the model that's really given us the understanding of the pathophysiology of levodopa-induced dyskinesia, because this model is really an excellent phenotypic model of what dyskinesia looks like in a patient with Parkinson's. So treating this model with repeated doses of levodopa then leads to the development of levodopa-induced dyskinesia, and you can separate out chorea from dystonia. And as a result of that, it's really given us the framework on which to build up our understanding of the pathophysiology of levodopa-induced dyskinesia, but also other hyperkinetic movements such as dystonia. And really from this understanding of this model, this has led on to treatments potentially for dyskinesia. There's been many trials looking at ways of targeting different receptors, different areas of the circuitry that really came from this group, their development of the model and understanding the circuitry as a result of that. So I think it was a sort of a starting point in understanding. It was such a core time in the history of movement disorders, that period in the late 80s, early 90s, when we were really starting to understand the circuitry of the basal ganglia. And we're really so far ahead now, hopefully, in our therapies and treatments and understanding of the brain in people with Parkinson's and other movement disorders. So I think it reflects 40 years of science, translational research. And I think it was a nice sort of reflection of where movement disorders are now. I mean, it's incredible 40 years later.